Court calls the case, People versus Melissa Konwinski.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Melissa Konwinski.
Your name?
Melissa Konwinski.
All right. What are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, we're asking for the adjournment for negotiations and to review videos.
She seen the bond violation before.
Yes, Your Honor, and we have discussed it and I'm ready to address it in the court.
Yes, I'm ready to do this.
Ms. Konwinski stated that she did drink, but it was only that one day. This was a one-day slip-up. She didn't take the test within 15 minutes because she fell back to sleep. She takes mental health medications at night, which has been reported to CMH, which makes her fall asleep. She wasn't avoiding calls. One of the numbers that she gave was her boyfriend's number. He said that he didn't receive any calls. The other number no longer works. They believe they have her current number, but that phone only worked on Wi-Fi, but she recently got it switched to a phone with a SIM card, so now works all the time. This Saturday the 30th, she returns to work at Dunkin' Donuts. On the 11th of September, she will start a part-time inventory job. She also receives her Vivitrol on the 11th. On September 22nd, she has an appointment for mental health addiction recovery and an evaluation with IHA Trinity Health. She has been going to AA and has proof. Her letters of recommendation from
How long has she been going to AA?
She has the proof. How long have you been doing?
I've been going over a year at the Sunshine Group. But since I've been out of rehab, this is what I have.
When did you get out of rehab?
I got out on the 15th
Of what?
August.
And she does acknowledge
I
that
started drinking by the night.
that was one day.
One.
But since then, she has been testing negative. She has letters of recommendation from Bear River Health and one from her boss. She volunteered in Hanover, Michigan at Rust and Dust and has a letter from there also. She realized she slipped, and for the first time, she wants the court to know she caught herself and immediately got back on track. And normally when she slips, she goes on a bender. Ms. Konwinski is asking for more time to test instead of twice a day so that she is more accountable to herself and to the court. We ask this court to recognize that she had no violations after that date and to give her another chance, especially since she has appointments set up for her mental health and for her addiction. She is also here today knowing that she could be remanded. She would also like to address this court.
Good morning, Your Honor. I first off want to thank you for back in December of evicting me from my ex's house. I'm glad that you did. I did not want it because that was a safe spot to drink. And since being evicted, things have changed. It's coming through a lot in my life. I don't have to be in that household with him, and for that, I thank you very much. During the eviction, I was scared because I was giving up my way of drinking. And to this day, if I would have still been there with that man, I would probably be dead. So I thank you for giving me the eviction. And I do acknowledge and admit my part in this eviction and what I did. I'm not saying it was right, but I want to be fully honest with my recovery completely with sobriety because I don't have any more of it to give.
Response from the people.
Noted by third prior to 2021, this was a hit and run crash. The defendant was then located driving the vehicle, attempting front and damage. She was so intoxicated it couldn't even do the field sobriety test. Eventually, her blood test was 1280. I'm hoping face the community right now. I'm extremely concerned. And even with the friend Heather, given the level in the overlay testing, and I also know the court's already seen it, it's towards the end of her testing window, so that we have suspicion about what was it earlier today. I'm extremely concerned for public safety. Should she be released at all, I would ask that the bond will be remanded. If the court is inclined to release her, I would absolutely request to trans Heather. I don't think so because her public safety.
And Your Honor, I think she would be okay with that if she did ask for more time to test so that she could be more accountable to herself and to this court.
And I have to back that. I don't think more time discussed is going to be an adequate solution here with somebody that's at a point to wait passion on something that's required.
Let me clarify. I was saying that she would be okay with this grant package.
She's currently in some type of program.
She starts her program on the 22nd. IOP intensive outpatient.
When?
September 22nd. She starts testing.
Do I have that? Is it somewhere in writing?
I have it on here.
She emailed it to me. I can send it to the court.
Well, we could send it to the court along with some order. There's got to be some structure. If she's not going to be in an IOP, I can't take the chance that she's going to go on one of these, hop into a vehicle, and this time take somebody out. I can't do that.
Well, Your Honor, she has been negative, and that was just the one day.
Yeah, but that's all it's going to take.
I
She's
understand.
got this is her third.
I don't have a vehicle.
She is.
I don't have a car. And I'm going to church. And I'm doing AA. And I volunteered. And I know what it looks like, but I wish people could see why I drink. And see the abuse and see everything I went through. And why the hell I was living it.
Ma'am, I get all of that. The problem is that what's going to happen outside of the alcohol, you
No.
could potentially end up killing yourself just from the alcohol. But then all it takes is one of these slip-ups and somebody else goes. Somebody who had nothing to do with any of that abuse, had nothing to do with anything. They're all of a sudden wrapped into your world and your tragedy that you've done. I get it.
I understand that. But I haven't been drove in over a year, 2 years. I'm willing to go with alcohol, tell her, and I'm fine with that, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, she now keeps in contact with me as a support system. She calls me weekly, and we talk.
And I have, like, butter.
Got to put together something. I'll consider it next week in terms of programming or something like that she's involved in.
Okay.
But
I do have IOP set up. I do have it set up with Medicaid rides and everything. I've been really working hard since I've been out to get back on my feet.
It's going to happen again. Defendant's bond is revoked during the probable cause conference, September 4th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. September 4th, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
What a case. Melissa Quinsky's hearing revealed the difficult balance courts must maintain between compassion for recovery and the responsibility to protect the public. Her defense presented a compelling argument, highlighting her accountability, consistent employment, active involvement in Alcoholics Anonymous, and continued mental health treatment. Notably, Melissa openly admitted to her relapse, something most defendants avoid. That level of honesty carries weight and often works in the defendant's favor. However, the prosecution's concerns were just as valid. This was not a minor violation. A blood alcohol level of 0.28 following a hit-and-run incident demonstrates the serious danger that can accompany even a single relapse. The judge's tone made one thing clear. This case was no longer only about personal recovery. It was about public safety. When addiction intersects with driving, courts cannot afford to take risks. One poor decision can cost an innocent life. Still, the human struggle is impossible to ignore. Melissa wasn't making excuses. She was trying to rebuild her life. This left the justice system facing a moral dilemma. When someone is genuinely trying to change, how many chances should they be given before accountability must shift toward protecting others? Was granting another opportunity the right choice, or was bond revocation necessary? Cases like this remind us that justice is rarely black and white. It exists in layers of pain, progress, and responsibility. If you found this case as powerful as we did, consider sharing your thoughts on the judge's decision. And stay connected for more real courtroom stories that uncover the truth behind every verdict.